Sometimes we may need a few little reminders while we take care of our mental health and while we heal with our mental health, no matter what walk of life we have. So, in this video, I'm going to discuss a few little gentle reminders to keep about your mental health. 1. Mental health relapses happen. It doesn't mean all your progress is thrown away, it doesn't mean you're a failure. It just happens. It may be one step forward, a couple steps back, maybe a couple jumps forward and two steps back. It's okay. It happens. It's part of the process. Just don't stay stuck there and don't stay in a cycle of blaming yourself. 2. Anxiety and intuition often feel similar, but they're not the same. Anxiety is a constant what if, whereas intuition is a moment of knowing. So sometimes you may be fearful that maybe your anxiety is trying to warn you of something, and in cases you may be intuitive, but just understand that there is a difference between anxiety and intuition. Anxiety will be fear based, whereas intuition will be guidance based. 3. Remember your anxiety is lying to you. So you are much bigger than what is making you anxious. Sometimes those thoughts can consume you, it can make you spiral, but the fact of the matter is that you are more powerful than your mind. Remember, those thoughts that are bullying you, those thoughts that are making you anxious, they come from a thinker, and you are the thinker. The thinker is bigger than those thoughts. 4. Your thoughts don't always reflect who you are. Often they reflect your fears. So observe your thoughts, don't let them absorb you. So more so than letting them suck you in and consume you, I want you to realize that you can observe them. The fear may be a little overwhelming depending on what degree it is at right now, but just make sure that you understand that they can pass, they won't completely consume you, and you're not going to fall into that pit of impending doom that you may feel. You're bigger than that, and there is a way through it, and you will get through it. 5. Remember, if you're not speaking it, you're storing it. Or if you're not expressing it, you're storing it. And that gets really heavy. That weight gets really heavy. So get it off your chest, write it down. Make sure that you do face your emotions. Make sure that you allow yourself to process everything that you're feeling. Because if you don't allow yourself that, it's going to be stored in your body and it's going to manifest as physical ailments. So make sure that you express it, you process it, and you don't just store and suppress. 6. Stop playing out painful scenarios in your mind that don't exist in the present moment. Make sure that you deal with things as they come, not as you fear. So sometimes if you have anxiety, for example, you have a lot of fear and projection of the future. And if those scenarios start happening, if you are playing that out in your mind, you're playing out all the different possibilities, and that typically tend to be on the negative side and typically tend to not make you feel better, you're only putting yourself through heartache twice in case that does happen. And by human experience, human beings are much better at handling conflict than we assume. A lot of our suffering is contained in our thinking patterns. A lot of the suffering is more weighted in our assessment of it, in our assessment of the situation more so than the situation itself. So don't play out painful scenarios in your heads. Even if it's in the past, do not play that over and over in your head if it's beating you up and it's not for the sake of understanding and healing. Make sure that you aren't being the one robbing yourself of living in your life in the now rather than ruminating in the past or projecting into the future. Last but not least, 7. It's okay to be sad. It's okay to be overwhelmed. It's okay to be filled with uncertainty. It's okay to be stressed. It's okay to be anxious. It's okay to be depressed. It's okay to feel lazy or unmotivated. It is completely okay to feel anything you need to. It's completely okay to feel happy. It's okay to feel manic. It's okay to feel even all of those into one spectrum, into one little bulge of moments, into one day. Whatever you're feeling, it's all right. It's all part of the experience. It's all part of being human. So let yourself feel it. Don't push yourself into toxic positivity. Don't push yourself into being super productive or distracted. Just allow yourself to feel whatever you need to feel. Know that you're going to be safe. You're going to be all right. It will pass. You're going to be in another moment where this feeling isn't going to be consistent. You're going to be in a week later, you're going to be in a day later, a month later, a holiday, a special occasion. Things aren't permanent, so understand that things pass through. Your emotions will pass through, your thoughts will pass through. Whatever it is that your mental health is experiencing will pass through. You will see it, even if right now it seems a little impossible to believe that there was a time that you didn't feel distressed. Things will get better. And if you're watching this, you're already doing better for yourself. So you're proving yourself that right, that things do get better. Since you're taking the initiative to educate yourself about your mental health, and you're taking the initiative to let yourself hear some gentle reminders. I hope that this has helped support your journey. I hope that this has helped reinforce a couple things that you're working on. Know that you're on this journey. Know that it's meant to be ridden and flowed out through every up and down, through every valley, every hill. You're going to be fine. Just allow everything to be experienced and know that this life is meant to be lived with all that it may come. Take good care of your mental health. Thank you for watching.